Hey everyone, it's time to dive into the latest global events. Today we're focusing on the escalating conflict between Ukraine and Russia. First up, the ceasefire proposal. Ukrainian and US officials recently met in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, where Ukraine showed readiness to accept a US proposed 30-day ceasefire. This truce depends on Russia's agreement. If it goes ahead, the US plans to lift restrictions on military aid and intelligence sharing with Ukraine. However, despite this hopeful step, hostilities have ramped up. Russia launched air attacks on Kyiv and Kharkiv after Ukraine's ceasefire declaration. In response, Ukraine conducted its largest drone attack on Moscow, causing significant disruptions. Now shifting to the Middle East, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is flaring up again. Within the last 24 hours, Israeli forces have killed 8 Palestinians in Gaza and 3 in the West Bank. Ceasefire talks with Hamas have resumed, with Israel demanding the release of half the remaining hostages in exchange for negotiating a truce. Meanwhile, Hamas insists on comprehensive ceasefire terms, including Israeli withdrawal from Gaza. The UN has criticized Israel's blockade of essential supplies to Gaza, citing violations of international law and worsening humanitarian conditions. In Syria, Israel maintains a presence in a buffer zone to prevent threats and has conducted military operations in response to sectarian violence. On the environmental front, China has emerged as a global leader in green energy, dominating sectors like battery cell production, electric cars, solar modules, and wind turbines. Meanwhile, the US has taken some regressive steps under the previous Trump administration, including pausing wind project leases and withdrawing from international climate agreements, potentially missing out on a $2 trillion green technology market. In other news, former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has been arrested on an international criminal court warrant related to investigations into his administration's actions. Also, Jeff Bezos is restructuring the Washington Post, leading to notable resignations, including Ruth Marcus. These developments highlight the dynamic and interconnected nature of global events. Stay informed and thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.